Alright, good morning everyone. Gonna put it in the Telegram to let everyone know we're here. We got everything drawn on the charts today so far. Just gonna get ready and gonna put out that we're live on the Telegram. If you guys aren't in the Telegram, go ahead and join. It's like a one-stop shop to notify everyone. What's up, Gamer Cat? Alright guys, we're kind of waiting for New York Open to happen. We've got everything drawn on. Clearly it looks kind of messy because we're on 15 minute, but on the 1 minute you see just clear as day what's going on. Price closing below these levels, and look at, we're seeing just clean moves down at this point. Clean moves down. We're not getting in anything though until after New York Open starts. There's no news at 10 or anything today. There was some orange folder at 8:30. So we're just gonna be ready. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Jack B. Hope I said that right. Lubasav, good morning. 30-second TP on EU. How in the world did that happen? Was there some news? I just saw the orange folder at 8:30. I gotta check that out. Micro Euro US dollar futures. Just see. Is this what you're talking about? This drop right here? Look at the futures chart for Euro US dollar. 3 minute time frame though. It just happened just now, yeah, so you're catching this drop. Yeah, it dropped like 12 pips. It's good work. It's good work right there. So we don't have. What's up? What's up, brother? Alright, the same candle that taps in TP2. So we don't have the cash account yet. This is business day 3 of 3 on how long it takes for a debit card to hit your NinjaTrader account. So it looks like it'll probably be here sometime today, but we probably, of course, will be able to trade it tomorrow. For those of you guys on yesterday's evening stream, I don't know. I still don't know whether that was a sign of the evening being a good time to trade or a bad time to trade. I think there was a little bit more chop. It makes sense. At the end of the day, like, you're trying to get out people that had a green day. Like, just take their stops. Try to chop up a little bit more to get some of the money back from the winners that are coming back from the morning. But we still, I think, had we taken all the positions that we paper traded to, it would have been profitable. So it's tough to tell just based on one day. We'll kind of play around. All right, it's 9:30 though. We've got price pulling down sharply right now. I don't know what that was. And now we're on the 1 minute. We've busted through all of these levels to go lower. Now this last level right here. Last time we went lower here, we went all the way down here. We're just gonna kind of let things play out a little bit though. This is the first time this level was taken, so if we come back above this level in particular and then close lower, it's going to be a good sign to go lower and potentially reach this untouched area, which is orange. I made the untouched areas orange, just so you guys know. And then for buys, we could potentially look for buys back above this point right here. So we'll see. If we get a close above this line, I'm going to be pretty interested and potentially going shorter. Price is extremely choppy right now though, so if we close above here and then close back below, could be a good opportunity to sell. If not, if we're going long, we're probably going to wait for buys back above here. Immediate price action though says if we can close back above here and then close lower, then we can actually go lower again. But just so you guys know too, I think we need like 3% on the profit count. Yeah, if anything, just get a 5K with me. Just get a 5K. I'm not gonna go short if it closes below here. This is one thing we're gonna have to make decisions on, like kind of discretion too, because technically closing back below here is an indication of shorts. But I only think price could potentially go right here right now, and that's a massive candle, a 100 tick candle. I'm not trying to put my risk at 100 ticks. I want a better entry than that, so we're gonna work with more price action. Could we have removed risk immediately on this drop? Yeah, but at the end of the day, this candle could be going up just as quick as it's going down. And I want some smart trades. It's already, so the reason too is because we had already closed below here and this failed, right? So we would have got stopped out. This is kind of like this would have been a second entry that closed below there. This line for the first time is being closed. So this is going to be a sell below now. It's not going to be orange anymore. So if we do pull back above it and then close a little bit lower, then we can expect lower prices again. So we're not going to miss out on this move. We're not gonna try to be way too early. If we look at the price action for the day though, we are at the lows for the day right now. Completely at the lows for the day. And we're definitely in a selling environment right now. Tons of areas to sell beneath. Pulling back right now, just like we talked about. If we can get a close above here and then lower, then we're going to be in a good spot. What's up, Animesh? What's up, Joshua? What's up, guys? Alright, so if we close lower now this time around, we'll definitely take it short. Because last time we closed below here now, well, we had an indication to go lower. If we even close back above here now and then close lower, if we close above any of these red lines as well and close lower, I'll take it short. Because you can see beneath all of these levels, we were in a selling environment. Price reached here, price reached here, price reached here. We might be going for buys. That whole thing might have been just a liquidity grab of all this sell. I guess I don't even know what you want to call it. All this selling going on though. You can see these are all swing lows, all getting swept. If we can reach above this blue line now, we could be reaching higher. How much higher though? At least to probably up here. Last time we were above this blue line, we targeted up here, and this actually has not been swept yet. So if we can go close above that blue line, it might be good. But let's pay attention, because if we close below this red, we could see price fall back. Especially if it closes below two swing lows. I'm gonna look to get in short. I'm just gonna wait for the candle to close, of course. Alright, I'm short. Stop loss above that candle. I'll drag it over. I'll drag it over right now. That way you guys can see. We're short right here. Stop right up there. I mean, closing below those levels triggers an indication of selling. We'll just see if it does. We got a sharp move up to the upside, but giving it a little bit of room for spread. Let me drag this over to the other screen. We might get tagged out here. Yeah, we got tagged out. Alright, let's lock back in. Let's lock back in. That's our first loss for the day. I gotta get this back over here. Yeah, no, it's just the same lot. It's just the same lot. I'm not setting like a particular risk. If we close above, we're gonna be in for buys then. And then we're gonna be reaching for that orange zone. Alright. I'm long. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got tagged out. We got tagged out. Okay, that doesn't even make sense. That was the quickest candle I've ever seen. You don't see stuff like that in Forex. Alright, we're 0 for 2 right now. I just closed that position manually, and honestly we got closed out like right here. So we didn't even take a full loss on that one. But that was absolutely insane. We're gonna chill out for a second. We're gonna chill out for a second, guys. I don't know what that was. Just be patient. This is all happening so quick, to be honest with you. What's up, Anthony? We're only down about 1.5% right now, just so you guys know. Yeah, I think the buys can still be happening. I just don't like how that happened like that. If we can close back above it, it could be good. We could still be good for buys. Because I really think we need to come up and touch these orange swing points that haven't been tapped, that have been reached last time we closed higher. We'll see though. Selling below here is not a bad option either. Especially off the rejections up there. Last time we closed below here, we reached all the way down here. So we just gotta focus, because when it happens that quick, it could throw you off quick. Alright. To short, drag this over for you guys. Let's put our stop loss on a little faster this time. Spread right up there, save. Alright, let me drag trading view over here so I can see it. Keep our stop on the charts so we can move it. Yeah, the trades are definitely close to market open. I don't have a problem with trading market open though. But yeah, we got chopped up pretty quick, but to say the least, we're not in a bad spot. We took some very small losses on those trades. NQ's been up for the last 2 days or so since we've been trading it. Today's the first day. It seems like it's falling back some. Let's cover some risk right here. A little bit above. A little bit above. Trail with the candles. Trail with the candles. I want to take risk off on this trade, but I'm not. I don't want to be too aggressive. Get stopped out of a clean move down right now. I want to reach for these lows at least, because that's, I mean, we'll trail candle to candle until we hit these lows, then we'll be aggressive. This candle closes in 10 seconds, so I mean, it'll be BE if we close red. It did not close red, so our stop did not get moved. It looks like it closed red here, but I'm looking at the futures chart right now in TradingView. It did not close red. We just closed 2 below another swing low, but down here this wick rejected that last one. But the closing of this candle below another one, I mean, price is gonna try to match this for sure. It's gonna try to match this. Yeah, you guys see it right now. This candle might not close red either. These rejections though, we don't need I didn't move it. I didn't move it. We're gonna let price push a little lower. Dang, we might be getting stopped. I'm trying to respect these candle ranges, but we don't want this to get flipped at this point. Let's be a little more aggressive. Risk is off on this trade. Because if we happen to lose this one, we want another opportunity. We don't want to be done for the day on something like this where we got a good push for us. Risk is off the table. Let's lock in this candle. We don't want this candle to get flipped either at this point. Trail more aggressive at these lows here. Let's get ready. We might get flipped. It's okay. We locked in some profits if we do. I'll show you where we're at. We're right here. I want to just close, but we're not going to worry about trying to do that because if this thing landslides right now, we already locked in where we want to lock in. We're locked in about almost most of those profits, or most of our losses are already locked in for the day. I want it to fall through here. If we can fall through here, we'll probably just trail to this low or whatnot. All right, let's get, yeah, let's, we don't want that to flip up. We don't want it to flip up. All right, team, we're locked in. We're locked in. We're profitable for the day now. We're profitable for the day now, no matter what on this trade. This takes back all our losses and some. We're gonna give it breathing room. We're gonna give it breathing room. All right, we got tagged out. All right, so we're a little bit in profit for the day so far. We're a little bit in profit for the day so far. Let's get locked back in, read the chat some. It's been a stressful morning already. All right, we got 2 losses, 1 win, but we're profitable so far. Let's just be patient now with price. 1 win, 2 losses. The only thing I guess we'd be looking for next, let's go to the 15 minute just to see where the candles trailed. Still lower. So the only thing we'd be looking for, I guess, is a close back above and a close back below if we were to continue lower, but I'm happy getting trailed out there. I'm happy we were able to lock in like that. See, this playing defense thing is going to be so great for us. It's going to be so great for us. Okay, let me update the stream record. Right now we're at 6 wins. It's going to be hard to keep track of this. 6 wins, 5 losses. Still don't have the money in the account. Alright, now we can breathe for a minute. We're 3 trades in for the day, but we're gonna be ready for the next one. Oh yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll have everything drawn on ahead of time. Or not ahead of time. That's what you're asking me not to do. I'll have everything drawn on the stream. I'll do it on the stream. Price is still falling. Maybe we trailed too aggressive, maybe not, but we had a rough start, so it was more important to me to lock in some profits. Okay. We're about to go from passing the account to almost blowing it up today. No, I'm kidding. We were down like I said, like just over just over 1%. Tight stops. I tried back testing, got confused at the entry part, got the wicks right, and then lines, but what about the entry and how to know when to short or long? Okay, yeah, we'll go over that. We can go over it too, kind of right now, while price is kind of far away from anything. When it comes to the 15-minute chart, we don't even have any pullbacks right in here right now. Previous day points of interest are getting just destroyed. Would have been a great trade to still be in, but there's not much we can do about that now. So basically though, you've got these here. This is a perfect example. Let's go right here. So you see this blue point, right, which is a swing high according to the 15-minute wicks. You said that you're able to draw on the wicks. So once you have the wicks drawn on, you have these swing points. This swing point right here, the swing high that creates this blue line, when price broke out of it right in here, we had price go and match right up here immediately. This was where we went first, right? And so looking again now, when price comes up out of here, where is price likely to go next? It's likely to target the same high right up here. And so every time that price breaks out of this blue line, yes, it fails right here, but every time it breaks higher, we can anticipate price matching there again. So you know, if you're putting a one candle stop, you get stopped out there. If you're not, you got a little bit more breathing room and you're going to be fine. But price, it likes to match there. You can see probably get stopped out here with if you got a tight stop, but then same thing here. When price goes above there, you get a price to push up. So we're just looking for price to match up, right? And that's the idea with each one of these swing lines or swing points and lines. Yeah, basically you're looking for, like, this is going to be an easier way to do it, right? Like this. So this is going to be a buy scenario, right? Last time price broke above here, price went here. So next, if price comes back inside of this range, we know that the next time price peaks outside of it again, we know it's likely to go up there. So here's the thing though, we don't know if it's going to go. It's more likely than not, the highest probability is matching it, right? The highest probability is matching it. Now there's a smaller probability that it either goes shorter than it and turns around, or goes past it. So in the cases of it going shorter or past it, that's why we want to be trailing our stop. But let me turn the music down. But you want to be kind of targeting this in your head. So you want ideally it to match where it went before, but if you trail it, you're going to be straight whether it goes past it or whether it just goes short of it, right? In this case, we pretty much got trailed out at price matching it. That's why I trailed a little bit more aggressive, because we knew, okay, at this point anything can happen, right? Last time price broke out of these levels, it went to here, and now at this point anything can happen. How far has price dropped though? We got a phenomenal entry on that, but I guess we didn't have the bandwidth to hold as long as we should have today, but that's okay. That's why trailing, I mean, we would have got trailed out here though anyway. Look at, you guys can see this pullback candle definitely took out trailers. So we got a little bit less than what we could have got, but we definitely would have got stopped there with the way we trail. Yeah, oh, and so I mean, since we're kind of in a selling environment right now, I'll do the same thing for sells. So like right here, you see like basically this level, last time this level got broken, where'd we go? We went right here. So we know once we pull back inside of this level, it doesn't matter if it pulls back higher or wherever, like we know that even if like, let's say something like this happens, and then we come here, we have an idea that price is going to at least match, right? So that's the idea behind this in the wick ranges and how you want to see it, right? Now, New York Open was a little sloppy. so we didn't see as clean of action. Also, we were working with like 4 different swing lows right off the bat, which made it a little bit harder. And then we pressed into some swing highs, but you got stopped out at that candle. At this one, you got stopped out at this one right here. When it wicked up. That's where we probably should have got stopped out, but we were being a little aggressive because we were in drawdown for the day. My idea is I want to like lock in some profits in the first few trades. Maybe not try to get the longer pushes, which is a good idea. I don't think I really followed that now that I'm thinking about it, but if we lock in some profits early on and then trail a little more conservative after we've already secured a green day, that's probably the best option. Yeah, and it went halfway more crazy, yeah, for real. You guys gotta let me know too if the music gets out of hand or anything like that. It's too loud. Just so you guys know, I want to keep it transparent and show you guys where we're at with things. We need $160 to pass, and we're not gonna force it. We're not gonna force it. We're up about 1/4% for the day right now. That's what it looks like. Now without these spreads, we would be up probably 0.5% or 1%, which is gonna be great once we're on just NinjaTrader. No more back and forth.
I guess I try to tell them that numbers are a door to understanding a mystery that's bigger than us. How two people, strangers, come to meet. There's a poem by a Venezuelan writer that begins, "The earth turned to bring us closer. It turned on itself and in us, until it finally brought us together in this dream."
Oh geez, it looks like you got chopped up. Guys, this is good for us, whether we realize it or not yet. Because if we pull back above these levels and then close below again, we have massive potential for a huge risk to reward trade, right? Now, I don't know anyone who's gonna try to buy this back up, but you guys are more than welcome to. It could happen because of such a sharp move like this, but it also could never come back. Yeah, zooming back out at the 15 minute, we don't even want to look to the left because there's really no point. We want to pay attention to current day for what we're doing. This candle did close all the way down here, which is insane. Now look at we're all the way down here, all the way away from all price action. Might not have a trade for quite some time now. Coffee is gone. I probably polished that coffee while we were in those trades without even realizing it. Yeah, we've got quite the run to make higher for 350 ticks before we even get close to anything again. We'll stay on the 15 minute just because there's not going to be much to see on the 1 minute right now until we get closer to this price action again. When did we break lower there? Yeah, it was that one. And then that one. So we're gonna do one of two things. We're either going to see price come back up into all of this to do something next, or we're gonna see something like price just kind of give us new areas to work with, right? It could form new price action, right? Which, if that's the case, we're gonna have to wait quite a while because of the way the candles have to print and form and whatnot. What a move, though. It's crazy. No news or anything. Like, you don't get that every day in Forex. So, you know what, while we're waiting though, let's do this. Let's take a look at the positions we took today, why they worked or why they didn't work, and what we could have done better. So first things first is we didn't take this position here. That would have gave us over probably at least 70. It went 95 ticks. We probably would have got 70 had we trailed pretty hard on that. The thing is though, I scared myself out of it because of the stop being that high. What could I have done better? Probably just lowered my lot size. That's what I could have done better on that one. So we didn't take that trade. Then what did we do? As price came higher, we got into a trade right here. So this was our first trade that just clearly failed, right? Not much we could have done different there. The only thing is we could have been super aggressive and removed our stop immediately. As it pushed for us some, but you don't really want to do that because it's like, then what if you get tagged out and then it goes? So this trade just simply a loss. Then we got into a buy up here where price went absolutely nuts. It wicked down. We ended up closing for a loss as price pulled back because we didn't even have time to put our stop about right there. And then after that, we just pretty much, I think this was our short, our third position. we got in short and we're able to trail down to right about in here. I think we got tagged out like right in there, which was a 2.3R, which makes sense on how we're like 0.3 profitable for the day. Those were our trades. When we got tagged out, pretty much another entry right on that candle close right there. Stop loss right above there. Just taking a look at it, would have got respected, would have got trailed out right here. We're just trying to see how our system's working within the market right now, and if every entry possible is taken. That was dumb of me in the beginning to not take that position. The very first one that it gave to us. We would have been 100 ticks richer right now. So yeah, the only thing that we got, so the money's in the management. The money's in the management. However we're gonna manage this is where our profitability is gonna lie. Now, if we focus on just removing risk and locking in profits, we'll make money by accident. We'll make money by accident. Because one winner can wipe out 5 losses the way we're trading. It really can. And if we could get small winners up front and then catch bigger moves like this, that's the goal. So maybe we would have been able to do that had we taken the first position, had we, you know. So like it's just how we navigate this market. Apparently we have to be pretty quick on our feet too with NQ. This candle's about to close lower too, so we're just kind of hanging out down here. We got plenty of time though, just so you guys know. The day just started. Yeah, that's a clean drop though. Jeez. I mean, we've been doing nothing but going up for some time though. Since the 13th. But no, we've seen some drops in between though. So that's not to say that this whole thing's gonna turn now. We could very easily, just like when those drops happen, just come back up right here like dropped. Hopefully we don't hang out here at the bottom for the rest of the day like that, but if we do, we do. Yeah, that would suck, but it would suck, but we'd still be green for the day, right? We're up 1/4%. Or no, not 1/4%. We're up like half. It's either 1/4% or 0.5%. Either way, being up 1/4 or 0.5% is better than being down anything. Let me see. It's like in between 1/4 and 0.5%. We're up like 0.3%. But that, I mean, the spread is also, it's also 7 times higher on this prop than it is on the futures exchange itself. So the spread being 7 times higher definitely ate into our profits some. 100%. It's insane, yeah. Because it's like between 25 cents and 50 cents here. It's 25 cents right now. On the prop, it's literally $1.67. So that's literally, I mean, when it's 25 cents over here, that's literally 7 times higher. So you guys see too, when I'm trailing, like we're trailing, like let's say we're trailing this green candle right here, this wick. When we're trailing on prop, our stop's like right here, because we don't want price to like come up and match this wick and then just to go down, right? But when we're trailing on, so like think about it, that this much profit is like being taken out on every trade, an additional 29 ticks, or that kind of seems excessive, but maybe it's not. In this case, that much breathing room though is how much I've been giving it on our trailing. So it's like we're trailing this much on prop. On cash, we're going to be trailing that much. So as you can imagine already, like, because the spread's literally 1 tick, or 50 cents is equivalent to 2 ticks. If you guys see right here, this is literally how much we'll have to be trailing, right? But like let's say the spread right now is like 7 or 8 ticks over on the cash. That's like how much you got to trail. It's literally an insane difference, right? It's a difference between that much in price and that much, and that adds up faster than you will ever believe. That adds up faster than you will ever believe. All right, 15-minute candle closed lower, so the same thing, guys. We're just tracking lower at this point. Yeah, 1.8 should be that's probably like $1.80. In futures, it's in between 25 cents and 50 cents. Yeah, it seems like they'll get us everywhere except for on futures. Once we're trading futures, they will not get us anymore. huge fair value gap though too on the 15 minute, that if we are going to go lower, it'd be ideal to see price tap back into it. We don't have a lot to work with though anymore, guys. A lot of action at the open, and now it's just kind of price chopping down. Oh, we've already got active today. Yeah, there might not be any more trades if we stay down here, but if we start playing back up where the swing points are, I just don't trade away from swing points. There's just no point. But yeah, we're 1 for 3 right now, and we're up like 0.5% for the day. So up like maybe 0.3, 0.4% for the day green right now. Which, let me do this on the daily record. Let's put plus, we're plus 0.4% right now. I don't know if that's gonna reflect right. Yeah. I'll put it here. It's gonna be a lot different though on the cash account. That's gonna be, because we're gonna be kind of a little heavy, I feel like, so it's gonna be like higher percentages. But because we're gonna be trading smaller at first. With a micro though, even a micro, it can move a good amount. Yeah, I can see that. I can see it. If we make a move back up, we could, I mean, like we were talking about that too. Like we're seeing this drop right now as the markets have been over time going up. But we've seen multiple days where price just melted, and then people thought maybe this whole thing was going short, and we ended up going higher. Same thing right here, melted, ended up going higher. I feel like there was a few more examples. Oh yeah, price melted, and then we ended up just pushing higher. This was kind of choppy. This one actually did keep going lower. And then I think this is kind of like where price bottomed out before we started heading up. So I can see that. I can see us, if we flip higher, we're definitely going to just continue higher probably. But we just don't have anything to work with down here. You guys can see we've got a whole lot to work with up here. A whole lot. Just not much down here right now. Hey, so those of you who have been trading NQ for a little bit longer, is the first hour of the day good, or is the first 2 hours of the day good? Because the first, like the 2 hours is something we're kind of bringing over from Forex. But I don't know, is it like, because I see people that are only doing the first hour of the day and the last hour of the day. But we had a trade in the second hour of the day yesterday, and it actually worked out pretty well. It was a nice buy above those highs. Gets choppy after 11. Okay, so maybe it's the first hour and a half of the day. Yeah, because I noticed that yesterday. We'll go back in time really quick. We got a nice clean play after price, it was these highs, yeah. So price broke those highs. This was after 10:30. This is literally at, like, our entry was at 10:36. Broke those highs, came back in the range, came back. We got in our entry right here at 10:37. But then, yeah, like you just said, at 11, things started chopping up, and we kind of just sat on our hands. I'm pretty sure they like just chopped up for a while. Like we were just in that range for a while, yeah. And then at 11:30, price started to drop some, and you know, maybe it's the first hour and a half in the day. Okay, yeah, I've been making sure to stick to that. I haven't been trading before 9:30. We waited for the market open today too. It was pretty choppy this morning, but we're just melting right now. Jeez, we had a beautiful entry, but we would have got trailed out in multiple spots along the way here. Multiple spots, so we did the right thing. We didn't have the breathing room today to just let it run. If you haven't found a trade before 12, yeah. I'm assuming we'll usually have a few trades within the first hour and a half of the day, though. I don't see how we wouldn't, unless stuff like this happens right off the bat and we just miss it. Okay. Let's get a higher time frame perspective. Let's get a lot higher time frame perspective. Let's go to the 4 hour. So yeah, we're in a bull market according to the 4 hour for sure. I mean, I don't really care about the daily, the weekly, the monthly for what I'm doing trading on the 1 minute. The highest I usually look is like the 4 hour or the daily candles. I don't really even care what type of market we're in, honestly. It's cool to look at it sometimes, but for the trading we do, we don't even need to know. Like, it doesn't matter. We're just trading daily price action. Shorting on the previous day's swing lows, like if we break past it. You probably so you're probably in this position right now, huh? I mean, you would have if you would have played if you're managing the right way too, you would have just caught a clean 200 tick move. If you were trailing, aggressively though, could have got trailed out like right around here, 100 ticks. Shorting off the previous day low. I haven't looked at any of that though. I'm kind of just looking at the swing points, but the current day swing points. Let's go here.
Think Capital isn't your typical prop firm. We're backed by Think Markets, giving you the power and security of a top-tier broker.
Traders.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want any of those. Let's go here. I wonder if the Wednesday candle plays out like usually. I mean, it's a little messy, like Forex does. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's really messy. I can't even read. I can't even read that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about those daily candles. They close and open weird because the time in between the open and close of the day, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Alright, first hour of the day is pretty much done. We're gonna see what the second hour of the day is gonna do. See if there's any opportunity in it, but if there's not, probably see you guys this evening. I'm looking at the 5 minute. Five-minute setup. Yeah, we could probably find a setup if we look at previous day price action and if we switch time frames and stuff. But I'm not trying to get my lines so crossed. I want to stick with what we're doing. Stick with what's working. Alright, it is officially 10:30. Coming back to the gap on the daily. Oh, down here. So if it's coming down to the gap, we would wanna short if price comes back up. Get my water. What do you guys think? You think we're coming back up today or no? I mean, we've got some buy-side liquidity that has not been taken in a few different points. This is actually even one of them now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've taken all the sell-side liquidity in the world for the current day's price action. It's Naz, it can do anything.
Your future is at your fingertips. Take advantage of the flexibility and diversity of futures trading with NinjaTrader.
Yeah, it's not like
the
you.
#1 rated futures broker.
It's a 300 tick move. Little supply and demand trade. Or definitely, I'll tell you what's definitely not happening is this. That's definitely not happening. We're definitely clearing there or right there. Will it go down after? It could. See, I telling you. It's not that easy. I'll tell you what though, I didn't expect it to just wick up there. I kind of expected it to close up there. It literally wicked exactly where we drew our line on. That's funny. I mean, if we were gonna make anything happen down here, 5-minute price action would be not terrible. Remember our 2 rules though, guys. 3 losses and we're done. And stop loss behind 1 1-minute candle. Those are my only 2 rules. So if we're trading at the bottom here today and we're not gonna come back up, and there's a setup that makes sense, and we're putting our stop behind 1 candle, just know those are my only 2 rules. But one thing I would rather do is see a setup on the smaller time frames like this than do something like this, go to the 1 hour and be like, oh, you know, like let's just say we bought up above here last time, so price comes, closes below, buys back above, and now we're trying to reverse an entire move. I'm really not interested in doing that. Unless something like this happened. Like this. Like that. And then if we close it like above it, then we could continue higher again. We might just drop straight from here though, is what it's looking like. But I mean, we didn't even close back up inside of either of these areas, so I'm not gonna take shorts because that's not, like, I don't want to put my stop loss behind this, because technically the reason why our stop losses are protected in a sense when we get in, like, let's say price closes back above here and then we're looking to go short again. When we go short, we're going short on a candle like this, right? It's usually like this. Now, when we put our stop behind this candle and we're already trading below this range, we know that, okay, we want prices to go lower. We don't want them to go back inside this range at all. That's why it's a very good one candle stop, because the first half of this candle's on the inside of the range and the last half of the candle's outside the range. That's why I think we can get away with putting our stop loss like that, and why it makes sense. But when they haven't closed back inside the range, these entire opens and closes of all these candles right here are outside the range. So it's like we don't know where's the safe spot to put your stop. It's as safe as safe gets, you know what I mean? Is NAS and US 30 doing the opposite? From what I saw, it looked like all the indices were doing the same, like when I was first looking at things. But there's nothing interesting just yet. But honestly, like 5 minute price action too. That's kind of what I was looking at up here. I was like, can we even get away with taking a 5 minute trade off the 5 minute swing points? And it was like, this is what I saw. We saw like price come here, wick here, 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 and then let me just draw on a zone, that way you guys can see price. Yeah, right there. And I'll take off the structure, that way it's not too messy. You guys see when we close back above and then we close below. So you can get away with it on the 5 minute too. It respects it is what I'm saying too. But I would rather focus on the 15 minute, but it's like if there's nothing going on, we might as well engage with a different time frame. So this could be a low risk trade to go with the momentum to go short today. I'm not against it. Let's get that off. Sell side's not a bad side to put your trade on. Seeing a volume kick too. I'm probably going to go short on this. We closed above, now we're closing back below. Hopefully we're not getting faked out. It's my last trade for the day. You guys can see it. It's not my last trade for the day. What am I saying? It's if we don't win this, it's my last trade. We're not going to assume a loss. We're going to see though if this respects that it closed back above, if we can't get price to flow down again. But we did officially close higher and now close back lower. put it above here. Kind of seems stupid to do that though, to trail that aggressive right there like that with such a small candle. What we'll do is we'll put it at the top of this candle. We don't want that to get flipped. But literally we'll get taken out of by the spread if we try to trail just above there. So we'll move it right to the open of our entry candle. If we can start pushing away some, I'll trail down. We got 15 seconds left. Any open fair value gaps kind of at the bottom down here. 5 seconds. Let's take this off. That candle closed bullish, so we want to wait for the next one. Why is this so messy right now? Can't wait to be straight off TradingView. Push below these lows and then trail a little more aggressive. We'll put it spreads length above this candle. Not yet, not yet. We're gonna wait for this candle to close. Then when this candle closes like this, we're gonna put it right here. 3, 2, 1. All right, this is where our stop's at. Very small risk. Alright, no point in losing on this trade at this point. Going to trail. We are going to trail into profit, so we are green on this trade, and no matter what, we've locked in about 0.5% now. We're approaching an extreme fair value gap towards the bottom here. As soon as we do that, I kind of want to, I want to say be a little more aggressive, but hopefully we don't. Hopefully price isn't being more aggressive with us. Jeez, we're probably. Oh, we're still in. 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 We are still in. We are still in. Strong. We need a strong close here. We need a strong close. We haven't tapped that extreme FEG. I feel like we're about to go for it right now. I could be wrong. We're locked in though. This is a secure trade no matter what. We gotta play a responsible game here, because anything can happen. Alright, let's go. Let's push down. We just inverted a FEG on the 1 minute. Like, we've got an extreme fair value gap down here, just so you guys know, that I think we're reaching for. So we can match these lows, or we can come into this fair value gap, but I want to give it a little bit of breathing room because I don't want to miss out on an opportunity for it to go all the way down there like that. When we're not even close to a place for price to reverse yet. You don't want to be too aggressive to the point where you cough up profits. But at the same time, you want to be aggressive enough to lock in profits. So it's something we're going to get better at with time, right? It's something we'll get better at with time. Let's lock in a little bit more at this point. Right above the previous candle, because it is a down candle on the futures chart. This is not green. I know it looks green here, but on the futures chart it's not. So we've locked in 0.62% and we're tagged out. We're tagged out. We need $125 left to get funded 5K while we're waiting for our NinjaTrader deposit to hit. So yeah, up like $70 on the day, like 1.5% probably right now. Let me see. 100 plus 30. 40. No, we're up like 1% right now. Back to TradingView. Back to TradingView. I'm not convinced price has to come down all the way. The reason being is because this is such a sharp move. Usually when you see stuff like this, I think ICT calls it like Judas swing or whatever, but usually you see like such an obvious move, such an obvious supply and demand play. Usually you see the whole thing flip. That's why like we could come down to here, we could not. Like, what would be a beautiful short right now, just so you guys know, is if price failed to go lower here, came back above this orange line, and then pressed down. That we would see a sharp fall, in my opinion, at that point. Plus, this is an established 5-minute structure point. Let's do this though, team. Properties. I think we're up. I don't know the exact numbers off the top of my head. We're up like 0.8% probably. Seven wins. Alright, brother, let me check it out. 30 on 1 hour. Take a look at US 30 on the 1 hour. Okay. Futures. Oh, we got the micros on. So let me just do this. Look at guys too, look at beautiful trail out. So, you know, yes, really quick before we look at US 30. Yes, we got trailed out here, pretty aggressive, and it sucked, right? Like, dang, we feel like we missed the whole thing. But what about right here? You know, we just captured this much in price. Let me do it in a different color, that way you can see it. We just captured this much of a move right here. Got trailed out, whatever, but the whole thing got flipped. The whole thing got flipped. We're past, if we were in this trade with a stop, like this right now, this is what we would look like. Or, I mean, like with a hard stop and a hard take profit. Even if we were targeting the extreme FEG, this is where our trade would be right now. This is why locking in profits is game changer. And trailing. Yes, we're going to leave money on the table, but we're also going to keep the money on the table that we earned. One second. So we're playing the right game here. US 30, and then we got to switch back over on the 1 hour. Oh yeah, it's just flying higher at this point. So yeah, because you were telling me how it's doing the opposite. Yeah, what in the world? But yesterday at 9:30, we were seeing the same thing, and for the most part, we see the same thing, right? Price going up, NQ going up. I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why it's like that. If you guys know, let me know. It's interesting. Yeah, like we're either Luboslav, we're either gonna be. Oh, let me change this. Oh my gosh, we need to lock in. Yeah, we're either gonna be upset. Like I would rather be upset that we like got like 1/4% or 0.5%. And missed out on a 10% move, than be upset because we're losing money. You know what I mean? Alright, I'm not really interested in that point anymore. We can leave it on. It's a different type of being upset. It's a type of upset where it's like, okay, let's go to bed tonight and like wake up tomorrow and do it again because at least we made a little bit of money. You know what I mean? I hope I called this out right, guys. I hope I called out to a T what I expected to happen. I hope this plays out and we catch the entire drop down and you guys are like, what in the world? Because what did we say? We said it would be a beautiful short to see price literally before any of these up candles happen. For it to come back above this level and to go short. We'll see if something like that happens, but that might be crazy. +2. Look at another sharp move. Oh my gosh, we're about to reverse this whole thing. I'm about to go short with stops behind this candle when it closes. That'd be funny if we were looking at US 30 right now and I didn't even know on accident. We'll see if we can close lower. Alright, I'm gonna short. A short sale. Stops above there. Let me get rid of that image. We're not gonna have to deal with that here soon. I just put it up here for the sake of the spread, just because we're tight, but... Oh yeah, we're about to... Hopefully about to see this move. Yeah, someone's gonna claim it. Is this a combination of so many other people's strategies, though? Alright, 15 seconds. This candle's gonna close lower. We're gonna remove some risk and put it right here. Three, two. Yeah, we're removing risk. Let's give it some room for the spread, though. We're green for the day. I don't want to get... that probably was a bad idea. We'll see. I just don't want to get tagged out on a trade I'm really liking. Alright. We don't want that to get flipped. I'm going to break even it. We'll put a little bit of profit. 0.1%. Honestly, we don't want this candle to be flipped. I feel like if it comes back up to retest that, though, that's gonna suck. Dang, dude, what the heck? I better lock it in here at any rate, just to have it in profit. Dude, I don't want to get trailed out on this after pushing like this. We just closed below that other orange line again. I'm gonna leave it break even, guys. I'm gonna leave it break even. You know, we can't not get any profits though. So let's lock in this. Yeah, after this candle flips red, after creating this wick. Just so you guys know, my stop's right here right now. I didn't change it. It's like kind of weird how it works on match. We're break even. We can't be upset because it's a free trade at this point. I don't want to reverse right here. Hopefully, if we don't want to close above those highs. We don't want to close above those. If those get tapped, you're gonna watch right here. It's about to get tapped, and then we're about to flip. We're about to flip red. I'm gonna put my stop right here, and I'll tell you guys why in a minute. Let's put it at the open of this candle. No, I didn't do it, did I? We're break even still. I'm not gonna trail too aggressive because these aren't. We're just gonna leave it break even. We're gonna have to get good at this. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'll show you guys the problem though, and what's going on right now, and why I was like paralyzed right there. Is because look at. Even though we're dropping lower right here and we close below these lows, these two lows, we also just created this high that we're like closing above right now. So it was just a weird spot to be. Now we could go higher right now. Yeah, we're in for a buy now at this point. We flipped our bias. stop right below here. Oh my gosh, we might deserve to get tagged out on this. Dang. All right, that's it for the day. We're gonna call that one we're gonna call that quits. We're gonna call that quits. It was too much conflicting information going on, and we're too far away from the 15-minute swing points. We're done for the day. That's 3 wins, 3 losses. Break even day, honestly. A break even day. Break even day, yeah. Plus 0%. There we go. We'll add one more to the streamer. It's gonna be kind of sloppy to keep track of. I feel like it's not even gonna be worth keeping track of, but we'll just keep doing it. Game is game. Yeah, we still got tomorrow. We still got this evening. We still have got this evening. Dang. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Yeah, that sucks. We got chopped up. That's 3 losses though. Oh, so wait, we don't have this evening then, because we got the 3 loss rule. So we're not gonna be back this evening. We took 3 losses. We need. I'm talking 3 losses for the day, and we just need to be done. It refreshes, so do we need to be back for the evening? We might as well for this account we're on. Let me see where we landed for the day. It's hard to tell. I'm pretty sure, yeah, no, we're literally like at break even. Exactly. Literally break even. Yeah, I mean, that's where the safe trail was. We were trailing inside of it. Maybe we gotta stick trailing candle to candle. Entry was here. Or you know what we need to do, guys? Because I feel like we've been getting a lot of break-even trades on candles that have already pushed like 66 ticks for us. Like, we need to, like, if we get a push like this, honestly, what we need to start doing for the start of, you know, our futures career is just locking in as much of it as we can instead of trailing like those bodies, you know what I mean? Because this happened here where we kind of got break even on, you know, what could have been good profits, right? Which, look at this though too, like, we pushed a total of 2.86 R. Now, would we got trailed out immediately? Yeah, we probably, like, if as price was pushing like this, would have got trailed out here. If we're locking in 2R though on these little pushes over and over again, and we're not, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, maybe I'm more concerned about catching like runners than just, hey, let's lock in these profits, lock in these profits. I don't want to close manually, but it might be a good idea, like, especially even pushing down here like this. Like, where'd we get in? We got in right here. You know, at this point, it'll be nice too once we're like on TradingView trading, because we're gonna see how many ticks in profit we are. I don't really know how to make sense of it over here on Match Trader, but like it'll say like, oh, we're up 67 ticks, 70. It's like, okay, let's just lock in 70 ticks. You know what I mean? We don't need to be like trailing candle to candle once we push past like 50 ticks. You know what I mean? Like, if we catch 50 ticks like over and over again, when we're literally risking like that, it's like we're gonna be good. And then some days it'll run more. So it's a battle between being too aggressive and not being aggressive enough. But yeah, that's exactly it. Like, the small wins, they will play out over and over. Let's do a little paper trade. Price closed back above and back below now. Let's do a little paper trade. We did it yesterday. I don't know if you guys have a problem with it at all, but I kind of like it. Let's take a re-entry paper trade right here. I'll close out Match Trader, that way you guys can watch me hit the X button. We're done with that. Little paper trade, and then you know what too, while we're doing this, let's say like, okay, here's 50 ticks. Let's put on 50 ticks like that and see, you know, if we can get a quick 50 tick push off of this area. You used to do the paper trades after too. I kind of like it. Yeah, I mean, we got 25 minutes to hang out. Might as well, right? No more. There's no risk on the table to do this. And it's like the equivalent of getting some reps in. So even if we don't trade this afternoon, you know, we'll hop on together. We'll hop on together. We're at break even, so it might not be bad. I like the idea of restarting each session like that. So I like that idea. How much did price push already? Like 20 ticks? Yeah, like, see, that's 20 ticks we're leaving on the table. No, I'm kidding. It's not bad though.
Reboot your credit card with Apple Card. Earn up to 3% daily cash back on every... What did I do wrong? Yeah, you see, here's where the tension lies. We're closing back above this level to match here, but at the same time we're closing below this level to match down here. And then we might be closing back below again. There's no risk at this point though. Yeah, the Ninja Trader account's gonna be completely different. We stick to our 2 rules, we're gonna be good. 1 candle stop loss and 3 trades and we're done. That way we don't just burn ourselves eventually. We can always bounce back from 3. Like, think about it. If you take 3 losses, it's technically like you just lost one 1 minute candle, another 1 minute candle, and a third 1 minute candle. 3 candles is nothing, right? We can catch 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 candles on one move, and we'd be fine. All right, trailer stop right there, hypothetically. And we just closed below there again, right? Maybe this just isn't a very strong point of interest, that 5 minute structure. Yeah, it's done. I'll be honest, guys, I gotta go to the bathroom, and there's not a whole lot going on since we're at the very bottom of this range. We caught a nice move, but then gave it back, honestly, relatively quick. Pretty much break even for the day. We're just moved away from all the price action. The 15 minute is, you know, going like this right now, but if you look at, you know, the smaller time frame, there's really not much to do with that. The 5 minute giving us, you know, some structural points to work off of, but at the same time, It's so choppy right now that it's literally not even it's not even being like respectable, right? Like, yeah, we just had conflicting points that we're working between right now. Buys above here, and then at the same time sells below here. You can see that's why we're kind of having this struggle. It's like a little internal battle. So it is what it is, though. I honestly did think that this would have been a nice move, taking these highs right in here and then going lower. But it is what it is. We're break even. And if you think about it too, one point you just made, we would be much more positive on the day with those spreads not being taken out, right? So all of those spreads would be given back to us. But let's close it out. Father, we just thank you that we can come to you in the name of Jesus. I just thank you for your word. I thank you for drawing me closer to it and being able to hear your voice through it. I pray the same for my brothers in this chat. I pray that you strengthen them in their spirit, that they're able to come against whatever's coming against them. And I just pray and speak the name of Jesus over them. Father, we love you and we need you. And we just thank you that you've just poured out your grace and mercy on us and that you showed us that you love us through your son Jesus. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen, guys. We'll be back this evening. Maybe to paper trade. Maybe to cash trade. And less likely, but possibly to trade the prop account still, because we're just break even for the day. And it'll be a new session. It's not like I need a full day reset, 24-hour reset to trade again. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're definitely done with this session for 3Ls. But I love you guys. We'll be back a little bit later. I'll see you then.